Polymer clay is an extremely versatile medium that's often used by artists and crafters in order to mimic the look of other materials, especially if they're inaccessible or expensive. In some instances, they're used to mimic surfaces that would be otherwise impractical for the required use. In this tutorial, I'm going to show you how to make this cute cable knit sweater pattern keychain from polymer clay. While a keychain made out of sweater material would be pretty cute, it would also likely fall victim to wear and tear pretty easily. However, with polymer clay, you can have a much more durable one in just a few simple steps. Welcome to My Modern Met Maker. We're going to be showing you some of the coolest crafts and the tools that you're going to need to complete them at home. My name is Lacey, I am My Modern Met's in-house maker, and I am so excited to get started. To make this sweater pattern keychain, you're going to need a few supplies. Some polymer clay. This is a perfect tutorial to use up scraps of colors that you're not quite sure what to do with, so that's what I'm going to be doing. We'll need a clay extruder, we'll need a clay cutter, some sort of a key ring, and a shaping tool. Some liquid Sculpey will be helpful in attaching the backs on as well. Depending on how you attach your key ring to it, you might also want a roller and a cutter. Select the sizes that you'll use for your clay extrusion, and I'm actually going to use the one that has the multiple smaller holes to make my extruded clay. You're going to pick out your polymer clay. I have some of this kind of grayish color that actually reminds me quite a bit of different wool. And I think it would look really nice paired with some black and some of this navy blue in a kind of fun, colorful, but muted colors sweater pattern. Also, you want to take some clay that's going to be a complementary color, maybe another gray or something similar, for us to roll out and have thinly to cut this onto so that everything sticks together and it's got a nice surface at the end. So you might want to grab that, or you can use the scraps left over from what you create. Load up your extruder. You can play around with the amounts you put in here. If your strings are not long enough that you extrude out, you can go ahead and replace it in and put more in, but you'll need to unwind this to actually load this up, place your plates in it, and then go ahead and extrude some of those strips of polymer clay. You could do this by hand and make your own strips, but the extruder is a lot faster, and this one does really rely on everything being similar sizes to create the illusion of those knitted cables. So if you have one of these are a great investment. They're a great tool for helping you make things a lot easier in polymer clay. Once you've extruded your pieces, you're going to need 2 sets of 2 in order to make one knitted cable. And you're going to need to do this 2 different times. So you're going to take a set of 2, place them together without squeezing them so they don't become uneven. Then you're going to twist it and make it a nice, tight but consistent twist. Then you will grab your second set of 2. Again, squeeze those together, but not in a way that's going to misshape them, and then you're going to twist it in the opposite direction of the one that you twisted just before. Then you will push these together and have those different twists line up, and it creates the illusion of that knitted cable pattern. The more consistent that you get these twists and the more similar the twist consistency is to the one on the opposite side, the more clearly you're going to be able to see this pattern. I did experiment with using a larger size extrusion nozzle that I was going to use for the black because I wanted to vary the size of these cords, but it was a lot bigger, so I went ahead and actually scrapped that idea and just redid it with the smaller one. So feel free to experiment with different sizes of these extruder nozzles if you like the variation in size of the cables. You're going to want to make these combined kind of braided or corded faux knitted chains here and make enough to where you're going to be able to alternate colors if you're doing so. I ended up making 2 of the gray, 2 of the blue, and 1 of the black. Once you have all the cables that you're going to want, go ahead and put them in the positions that you want and make sure that you're going to have enough space to actually cut them out with the cutter that you're going to be using. Then you're going to want to roll out a thin, round area that's going to be the same size or a little bigger than what your cutter is going to be so that you can actually place these on top of it. And then when you cut all the way through them, it will go all the way through and it will press it into the bottom parts and it will actually seal it all together. Then go ahead and cut this. I didn't put this on parchment paper. I recommend doing that. If you don't, you can use your scraper to actually scrape that up so it all comes up before you try to remove that cutter and it misshapes it. Carefully remove this from the cutter, and next we need to prep to add the hardware on and attach it so that it becomes a functional keychain. There are a lot of ways to do this, and it will depend on what your hardware looks like and how you want to do this. But for this first one here, I just rolled out a thin piece of the corresponding color, something that was complementary to actually attach this. I turned it into a long rectangle, folded it over the piece of hardware. And then I carefully smoothed it together with my other wet clay so that I could actually get it to fully incorporate. Before we go on to baking and doing the final steps, I do want to show you one other option for attaching the hardware that is a little bit more stable. The first option definitely works, but it does have smaller amounts of surface area that it's attaching to it, so it's going to be a little bit more susceptible to breaking. Another option is to actually roll out a slightly thicker piece that is also longer that you can then loop over the hardware, but also attach to a large portion of the back. And you can make this a little bit pretty by actually making it into a little bit of a point so that it looks a little bit more polished, but by attaching this longer piece that will attach, 3/4 of the way down the back of that, it's going to give a ton of surface area to actually attach the two pieces together, and it will ultimately result in a more stable piece. Also, we can notice here, I did do this second one using only one color. It was this heathered gray clay color that I mixed up just kind of by accident using all the scraps I had, and the cabling still looks really cool with just one color too. If you're attaching a large portion of this really flat surface to another flat surface, consider using some liquid Sculpey so that it has a little more binding power to actually adhere together. Do try to kind of smush these together a little bit using some sort of a rubber tool or something that's going to help you combine these a little bit better. At this point, it's time to transfer this onto some sort of a baking sheet so that you can bake at the clay's recommended baking settings. And there you have it, a super cute sweater pattern keychain. I would absolutely love going to an Airbnb in the mountains and this was the keychain for the keys to that cabin. So cozy. Thanks for watching My Modern Map Maker. If you're inspired to try this craft, you can find the links to purchase the materials you'll need in the description box below. Stick around because in just a minute we're going to be talking in depth about one of the really useful tools that we used in this video. Welcome to Tool Talk. Today I want to talk about this extrusion tool. This is a clay extruder. You can use it with polymer clay or other types of clay. You could even use it with other materials, but that's typically what it's used for. It has a variety of different nozzles that you can put into here, and then once you put some clay in the reservoir, all you have to do is twist in order to extrude the clay into these nice uniform strands. It's perfect for creating things that you need a bunch of uniform shapes for, rather than having to rely on manually creating those shapes perfectly over and over and over again.